want to thank all of you students for showing up tonight. You are part of a much larger group here on our campus, and as the semester goes on, you'll probably meet more students who are involved in Middle Georgia College learning communities. Tonight is just a very informal welcome seminar. My name is Joyce Wilson-Young, and I am the chair of the Learning Communities Subcommittee, which means I was in charge of helping create the learning communities that you are now a part of. Okay? So it's my job to act as a resource for you should any problems or concerns arise in those learning communities. Right? So let me tell you a little bit about kind of what is happening with learning communities on this campus. This is our first semester having learning communities, and on this campus we're starting small. We only have 4 in Cochran and 1 in Dublin. Okay, like I said before, you're a small part of a much larger group of students. Okay. The LCs and their success depend on you all. In order for learning communities to thrive at Middle Georgia College and for more than 4 to be offered, depends upon the success of our students in those programs. So over the course of the semester, your professors will ask, how is this working for you? Is this working for you? And then at the end of the semester, you'll fill out a survey that will ask you, how successful was this community for you? Do you feel it helped? And there'll be other questions. And I'm going to ask you to please be honest on those surveys because they will be anonymous, they won't affect your grade, and me and the members of my committee are the only people that are going to see that. Okay? Speaking of which, I just want to introduce some of the people that are on the committee. If you can't track me down for any help or assistance in your learning community, these are some other people that you could call on to act as a resource. First, let me do Lorraine Dubuisson. I know some of you are in her learning community, right? Okay, she's on my committee.
My class is represented.
I know, and I'm very happy that they're here. Okay. Then next I have Javen Frazier, and he's over in social sciences. So if you're a social science major and you see him around, you've got an issue, you can ask him. Over here I have Sharon Mosley Standridge. Okay. She is over in natural sciences, so if you need her, if you're over in Dillard Hall, you can track her down, and she'll be there to help you too. Is that everybody from my committee? Okay, that's here. Yes. Okay. If you join Ning, the social network for MGC online, or excuse me, MGC Learning Communities, it's an online network. It's kind of like Facebook. You guys know what Facebook is? Right? Can you tell I'm a little old? It's kind of like that, and the rest of the professors that are part of my committee are also on there, so you can track one of them down and they'll help you too. Okay. Speaking of people in charge, I have 2 gentlemen that I want to talk to you a little bit about the importance of learning communities at Middle Georgia College. They promised me to be short and sweet, right, so we wouldn't keep you too long. And the first person that I'm going to ask to come on up here is Johnny McMoy. He's the director of the Eastman campus, and he's also in charge of planning and assessment here at Middle Georgia College. Okay?
Joy told me to be good, be brief, and be gone, so that's exactly what I'll try to do. But learning communities, students, is so exciting to me. It's a national thing. It's not something confined to Cochran or Eastman or Dublin. It's a national movement. It's the latest great thing in education. And you are so lucky to be on the cutting edge here. And from time to time, we will ask you to take surveys and do focus groups and talk to us about how successful learning communities are for you. And we also, and Joy's going to say a lot more about this, I'm sure, we want to generate enthusiasm for an expansion of this as time goes on. This is year 2 of a 4-year, 5-year effort. So if it's a good experience for you, talk about it to your peers. So we'd like to see this grow. We'll have activities outside the learning communities that you can become an advocate for, and we're excited about that. But the only other thing I have to say really is that when we do assessments and do focus groups, your comments will be confidential and they'll be aggregated, and we use them that way to make the program better. So I congratulate you on stepping forward and being a part of this innovative new idea. It's great. Thank you, Joy.
Thank you, John. Okay. The other person that I have here is kind of like my boss. but not really because he's shorter than me. And his name is Dr. Steven Swanovic, and he's going to come up here and tell you just a little bit about what he does and how you can use him as a resource for learning communities and as a learning community student.
Now, I'm Dr. Steven Swanovic. I teach history over on the Dublin campus. I'm the chair of the Quality Enhancement Plan Implementation Committee. And the learning communities, the LCs, are part of the QEP. It's an effort to, well, I mean, there's no originality in naming things. It's to enhance the quality of education for all of you here at Middle Georgia College. And what that is, it's not just the learning communities. Learning communities is a vital part of the Quality Enhancement Plan. But we're also doing things like bringing in speakers to stress, the connection between what you're learning here and what your careers are going to be. Because a lot of students are always saying, well, why should I bother about this? I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to be a lawyer. But we're going to try and show a connection, help you learn the connection between what you're learning here and what you're going to go on to do when you're making a lot more money than I am. But no, seriously, and we're bringing in, I don't know if you've noticed, maybe in Sanford Hall or over in Georgia Hall or I want to say Anderson Hall, we're providing USA Today's and Macon Telegraph newspapers to help you gain access to what's going on in the world. We have special bestseller racks in the libraries to try and encourage people to go out and read, and we actually try to get good books for it. What we're trying to do is we're trying to make learning communities part of something bigger here at Middle Georgia College. And Johnny has said, and Joy has said, you're getting in right at the ground floor. Things that are going to be every day to you are new to us here. And we're trying them out, and we're relying on you to let us know what we're doing right, what we need to improve on. I help Professor Wilson-Young with coordinating things. If there's anything that she needs help with the learning communities or QEP, I'm the one she comes to. I'll do everything I can to help you out.